How you guys doing today? It's your boy Brent. Wow, no. It's your boy more BVSAP back at again with another video. But in this video, we're gonna be reacting to 6IX9INE is, well, according to the title, Virgin on Bankruptcy. Well, the thing is that, according to the video, you can't believe everything you see on the internet. Keep in mind, he might be faking it, he might not be faking it, who knows, right? You cannot believe everything on the internet unless it's being said by the person, and that's just me. But at the same time, sometimes when a lot of information is against you, it's either for you to confess that, okay, this is true and this and that, or just be genuine. But not many people are genuine in this world. But 6IX9INE, I could admit, in a certain time, 6IX9INE was actually my favorite artist. Like, I was playing his one of the first albums where he released his the GOOOO song, Kiki, on the album. That album, there was specific songs that I used to have in a replay. That was one of my favorite songs, especially the other ones as well that I used to sing it as well. But I would say with 6IX9INE one of my favorite artists back then. Yeah, of course, but I seen him more now. I see him more as a successful either entrepreneur or football player. Not American football, what's it called? Let's just call it soccer. Like, I see him more as like in that sport, you know what I mean? I mean, he's pretty good at it. There was videos that he was doing very, very good. But keep in mind, you just never know. Even besides him being a rapper, like, you never know the other talents that he has, and you never know, he could have been successful in that as well. But we all have different ways, we all have different careers, different interests when it comes to having a career, and sometimes you might be doing something, then out of nowhere, boom, it turns into a career. But anyways, let's react.
6IX9INE supercars being towed by the IRS.
Oh, okay, yeah, I did see that. Wow.
Claiming he has debts of over $20 million.
20 million? That's a lot of money. Way too much money. I mean, if we really have to calculate, like, if you're in this is already the top 1%. Once you hit $100,000, even after taxes with $80,000, you're still, in my opinion, you're still in the top 1%. Not everybody makes $80,000. Not everybody makes $100,000, even plus that. It's a privilege. Huge privilege. If you're a truck driver, if you, whatever job you have that you make over $100,000 or even past 80K, and after taxes you keep $80,000, $90,000 after taxes or whatsoever, you're still part of the 1%, and that is a huge accomplishment. People don't see it like that because, like, okay, I still keep like less money, not all the money necessary, right? But here's the thing, it might be your expenses, it might be the place that you live, it might be because of course, like, I agree with people that a lot of things are expensive. But the thing is that we also have to understand, sometimes this could mean that it's time for everybody to choose what to buy and be very wise when it comes to buying certain things. I mean, keep in mind, if there's not enough money to buy food outside, you're not gonna buy food outside with your credit card and then put yourself in debt, even if you still have the money. Because even if you still have like a little 20 bucks, something like that, maybe you can put into something that's gonna generate you more money. And then at that point, as soon as you have enough money in order to produce itself, or maybe just out of nowhere, let's just say if you have a very good career and you're taking very good care of your money, you have leftover money to the point that you can just spend it every single day, then maybe so, yes, you can just go for it. But $20 million? Wow.
As 6IX9INE's recent album was such a massive flop, most people don't even know that he released something new.
Wow.
In 2017, when 6IX9INE was undefeated, everything he released.
Well, the thing is that he had so much momentum, though.
Became an instant hit, and no one can deny it. His unique style of music was pulling
He's right, though.
millions of views, leading to a
Well, you have to keep in mind the promos, like when he posted on Instagram most of the time. Wow. People that knew him in New York.
Awesome. Only 4 months later,
wow,
he landed a headphone deal worth $4.9 million and was paid a six-figure sum just to feature Fashion Nova in one of his music videos.
Wow, that is still a lot of money. I don't care what people say, that is still a lot of money.
Bragging, I made $1 million this year and
I bought a fake Rolex. Oh, let him say it.
with it. Then only a year later, he was donating the same amount.
Since the last
Wow.
time I've been here, I donated close to $1 million just to the community. That's our foundation. Just going on the street and giving out money.
It posted
Nah, he actually did. Like, I love when he did those videos, man. When he went to Dominican Republic, when he went to, I believe, also Mexico as well. He was giving out money. I love that so much, man.
massive stacks of cash.
Wow.
Does money dictate everything you do? Fuck yes.
Protecting his $500,000 jewelry pieces by dropping a further $100,000 on personal security for a 10-day LA trip. Here he'd signed yet another
Wow.
multi-million-dollar publishing deal, showing that the money was coming from his music. 6IX's first album, Dummy Boy, sold over 1 million units, meaning it likely made over $10 million.
Wow.
He'd foolishly used the entire album to rap about committing crimes. For example,
I believe that was the album I used to listen to, but it was only a specific songs that I actually like because I'm not. For example, I used to listen to GOOOO, which it was. I don't know. I was trying to find something interesting, but I don't know. At the first, I didn't like it. Then when I started listening to more and more, then I started to get more into it. Like, okay, I like the beat and this and that. But I was the type to just listen to the beat and not even listen to the lyrics. Sometimes I used to go further ahead and listen to the lyrics, but
people really gangbang
wow.
and talk that damn slang.
And I'm being
Rap
honest.
about it, do the same thing, let your nuts hang.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
You got die today. Similarly, on
Yeah, I remember
YouTube,
that. Those
let me
lyrics.
F up out my effing face before I murder you. Post
Oh.
I'm a killer too. Said shot.
Oh no, that's not GOOOO. No, that ain't GOOOO. That's the other one. Yeah, I remember the song, but
Everybody
yeah.
got pop.
Send a shot. Everything I was rapping about was really happening.
Which certainly
Ooh.
helped Tekashi's next chapter. 6IX9INE faces prison and sex offender registry. The article
Wow.
explains that 6IX9INE originally pleaded guilty in October 2015 to using a child in a sexual performance when he was 18. In a video
Wow.
posted online, a 13
keep in mind, there's other allegations that I believe was even worse than this, and this is just barely the ice of the tip or the iceberg of the tip or whatever people call it. This is just the beginning.
seen engaging in oral intercourse.
Because keep in mind, we're just listening to information. You don't know if it's true or not.
Allegedly choking a 16-year-old in a shopping center in Houston earlier this
For
year.
people, when people will believe anything when it comes to the internet.
Assaulting a police officer and obstructing governmental administration.
And keep in mind, this is crazy information if you really think about it.
He was using social media
To promote
a culture
culture
of violence and
violence.
glorify gang activity.
Whoa. I mean, I could admit that he did post certain content that was like,
2015 child sex case. 6IX9INE and his associates went to Felipe Chow to celebrate the legal win with a lavish dinner. Things got
Wow.
ugly when the crew was denied entry into the restaurant as a brawl took place and gunshots rang off.
Whoa.
6IX9INE's entourage members and his manager are arrested for their involvement. One of the security
Now, one of the most the situation that actually got to me was when the manager, I don't remember his name anymore, but when the manager was like, messing with his baby mama, that's tough. I don't like to say that word. That's more than just crazy. That's just unbelievable. That's just that. It's just more than something that you wouldn't expect. It's like something that, this guy was hanging out with me. This guy made money with me. I paid this guy. You know what I mean? This guy was protecting me to the point that this man is hanging behind my back. I mean, 6IX9INE came to a point that he said, I had to look through this man's phone. I believe there's a video out there because there was an interview that I watched from him. Oh crap! No way to spit. Hate that. But there was an interview that he was talking to. He was talking Spanish, by the way. But the thing is that I love that interview, by the way. But I don't know if it was in that interview or in a certain video. But that situation was wow. And this guy not only betrayed him, but this guy kidnapped him. Maybe like, wow. It's just a crazy. Not everybody can live this life. I don't care what people say. Not everybody can live the life that he lived. And keep in mind, we're barely getting to know what 6ix9ine lived. Like, for example, when 6ix9ine was like in his peak of his career, maybe even reaching heights that not everybody was reaching at his time, right? Keep in mind, you don't know his background. You don't know what he had to do in order to work or in order to make money. We don't know nothing about that until he actually says it. But I actually found, excuse me, I don't want to mess up, but I actually found all that I didn't even know about him in that interview. And that interview was like, I believe, either 40 or 1 hour. And I watched all the way until 40 minutes or so. Like, I found out like his race, his thing and that, this and that. I mean, he was my favorite artist. You know, I watched the video, Why Not? That was like, I don't know if it was a year or two ago. I do not remember anymore, but I know for a fact I watched the interview.
The restaurant is reportedly hit over the head with a chair.
Whoa.
Plus multiple shooting incidents, and 6ix9ine
Wow.
is facing a minimum of 47 years in prison.
Whoa.
Federal agents in front of my house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars. One thing
Wow.
I fear in life. No, 2 things. I fear God and I fear the FBI. Only 2 things I'm
The
fearing in life.
FBI though?
Honestly, testify against
Yo, this is real. He's not lying. This is real. You know how many views that clip got? Especially on Instagram. You know how many views that video got? Or I should say clip. You know how many views? Wow.
co-defendants,
I don't give a fuck if I'm held accountable for what I did. Yes, I snitched and I did it proud.
which reduced his sentence to just 2 years, although it also completely destroyed his credibility. 6ix9ine snitching became a whole meme format.
The thing is that even after all this situation, he went back to his career. The thing is that he has so much momentum build up. And keep in mind, there was people going against him, calling him this and that, and he couldn't do nothing to defend himself. When this man came back, that internet blowed up. Whoa. How can I explain even better? He crashed YouTube. You know how much momentum this man had when he came back in 2020, I believe it was. Was it 2020? I believe so. When this man came back, I was like, yo, this man crashed it. Like, bad. Like, people were desperate to hear this, man. Like, wow. It's something that, yo, you should have been there type thing. Oh, crap.
Joking, 6ix9ine, I ain't no snitch. Judge, 47 years. 6ix9ine ever noticed?
Oh, and the memes as well.
Implying he'd say anything to get a lighter sentence.
Wow. Oh, I remember the memes too.
Whilst others joked, imagine spending 7 years in college to become a lawyer, and your client shows up to court like this. The legal process also
That happens to majority like creators, artists. I think artists is the same thing, like, you know, rappers, singers, you name it. Almost everybody, yeah.
6ix9ine a fortune.
Wow.
How much money have you spent on legal fees? Too much, right?
Yeah, like $500,000.
That's what I'm saying.
That's still a lot of money though. You have to really think about it, it's still a lot of money.
Popular. He signed a $10 million record deal whilst behind bars, and after being released only 6 months later, 6ix9ine claimed on Instagram, "I got out of jail $20 million richer."
First day home, shit, robbed. King New York's home, man.
The thing is, with that amount of money, you can live that lifestyle. You could, and I'm not saying that he's gonna rent this and that. No. I believe he was managing his money right. I believe. I'm not saying that, okay, after expenses, this and that. Keep in mind, he still has hundreds of $1,000s left to buy food, to move wherever he wants to go on vacations, to invest money, to mostly do whatever he wants at that point. But the cost, of course, everything's gonna come with expenses. I mean, we're talking about insurance, we're talking about maintenance, repairments, taxes.
A fleet of luxury vehicles that includes an Aventador, McLaren, Rolls-Royce, Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, and a Range Rover.
And nobody's saying that he cannot own it. I mean, he could. It's his money, you know what I mean?
Takashi's
I remember that live. I remember it.
He splurged on 4 timepieces, including a Richard Mille watch, and dropped another $300,000 on a chain shaped like a shark.
Wow.
$500,000. Look at the diamonds in them teeth. And nobody got this watch. If you
Wow.
got this watch right here, you're a little boy to me. I'll kiss you on your forehead. You're a little boy. Damn.
Yeah, I remember that too. Wow.
This insane piece of
And I also remember that too.
Best chain in the game. My chain costs more than your whole chain piece and watch. LeMayo, you know who run the city. In a different post, he
Wow.
bragged 15,000 sold out show Istanbul, Turkey. 500,000 for 40 minutes. It showed
Wow.
his earnings in videos such as this one.
That one was a crazy one
Two
too.
houses right here, 3 houses right here, 4 houses right here, 5
Wow.
houses right here, maybe 2 houses right there.
Spending 50,000 of it at the Gucci store in under 10 minutes. He then
Wow.
vowed every week I will try to give at least 50,000 away to someone random for people in need, all the while his music was still performing well. His song GOOOO, released a month
Yeah, I
after
remember
his
that
last
one.
video,
Yep, that's the one.
gained 45 million views in its first 24 hours. This
Wow.
made it the biggest 24-hour debut for a hip-hop video in YouTube history. After
Wow.
6ix9ine also broke the record for the most viewers ever in an Instagram live.
Wow.
It's gonna be irrelevant.
I remember that one about the Instagram one. Yeah. Wow.
6ix9ine, #1 on Apple Music and breaking records.
Ooh, and then he got blackballed too.
York.
Ah.
The hit put out Trolls, which again gained 45
Yup.
million views in only 24 hours.
Still remember that one
Number
too.
on the Billboard Hot 100.
Yup.
6ix9ine celebrated his post-prison success. However, as it turns out, this would be his
Wow.
peak. GOOOO and Trolls became part of the album Tattletales, which didn't perform so well. Despite the noise,
Wow.
6ix9ine's Tattletales album headed for underwhelming chart debut. It sold just 55,000 album units.
Here's my opinion. Even with 55,000, that's still good. I mean, according to his audience, it's understandable, but 55,000, that is still good. That is still good, you know, still
his
good
worst
money.
performing project ever. One of 6ix9ine's rivals, Trippie Redd, laughed at
Ooh.
the album's poor performance, which was especially embarrassing as 6ix9ine previously said this.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie.
The number of listeners per song wasn't lying either, with Joe Budden calling the album a likely financial disaster. It stated that projections alone would take for an artist who travels with 9 and 10 security guards everywhere he goes. That's the part that the public never really deciphers. It's not who flopped and who didn't. It's what comes in versus what's spent. And this it takes a lot for him to move around. Anthony Fantano gave the album a 3, but more notably stated,
From here, I'm not really seeing an increase in quality because I think 6ix9ine is just diving even deeper into using social media and antics and drama and cloud chasing as a crutch to supplement his career.
which turned out to be correct.
Wow.
Rather than focusing on making incredible music, 6ix9ine seemed more concerned with social media fame. He began spending time with Steve Lewitt.
Oh, I remember that one too.
A chance to make some extra money. Steve worked with Rumble to get him a streaming deal, which paid 6ix9ine $2 million just to stream for an hour per week.
An hour?
I know I didn't talk for like probably 1 or 2 minutes, but if we're talking about an hour, a lot of people are gonna be asking themselves like, yo, what am I doing wrong? We're human beings. Like, how can I not make this much amount of money? Wow.
6ix9ine didn't
That's
fulfill
a
the
crazy
contract.
amount of
Steve would
money.
have to pay Rumble the $2 million himself. Well,
Oh.
6ix9ine took the money, then went live on Rumble only 4 times before quitting.
What?
Right? To play video games once a week for an hour, 2 million up front. Still doing it.
2 million up front? Wow. You know how many people would kill for this opportunity?
Field.
He had no money at the time, and he needed money to buy Birkin bags and black chicks.
Wow.
That's literally like the factual story.
Explaining 6ix9ine lied just to get the money.
He told the company, I need 2 million up front so I can buy content. Guys, that didn't.
Essentially having been scammed out of $2 million,
Wow.
Steve exposed 6ix9ine further, showing he hadn't been supporting his daughter.
How much money has he given to his daughter for 5 years? You said 20,000, right?
4,000 a year.
4,000 a year, right?
4,000 a
I've seen
year.
him paid like over $10 million in 1 year.
Steve then disclosed on a podcast that in addition to the $2 million he was owed, 6ix9ine also owed $10 million to the IRS,
Ah.
$9.8 million to a stripper he hit with a bottle, $600,000 on a house lien, and $60,000 to a home builder. Steve
Wow.
concluded, dude, he's such a broke loser. Literally such a broke loser. And he's just a nasty person in general. In addition to his
Wow.
previous debts, 6ix9ine was
Oh,
ordered to pay
no,
$1 million
man.
robbery restitution, although he'd
1
respond by
mil?
stating
Wow.
he ain't got it right now. When the judge then referenced this video, 6ix9ine admitted that was prop money. I ain't got it. I'm an entertainer, and obviously we're talking about it, so I did a pretty good job at entertaining people. You know how you have a degree in law, I have a degree in entertainment. So it seems the lawyers representing him weren't getting paid either, especially after his ex-girlfriend also sued him for $1 million, claiming 6ix9ine
Wow.
posted revenge porn of her online and
Whoa. On allegations that he posted revenge. Wow.
physically and emotionally abused her. However, 6ix9ine couldn't even afford his credit card bill, let alone his
100.
taxes,
Wow.
leading the IRS to shop at his house and seize some of his cars. Leading
Wow.
to financial strife, 6ix9ine made another album, although if you don't remember any hype around it, it's because there simply wasn't any. Whilst his two previous projects had some commercial success, Leyenda Viva didn't chart in any country. On Rate My Music, it scored lower than 1 out of 5 stars, and with only a couple million listens per song, it's no surprise people have called it one of the most boring albums I've ever listened to. 6 months later, he put out Blackballed, which seems to have performed even worse, excluding one hit single with Kodak Black. Seemingly out of pure desperation, 6ix9ine promoted crypto.
I just released the dummy coin for the first 2,000 holder.
I feel like, wow, I mean, he already had the opportunity right there in his hands. He already had it. I feel like, I don't know. I'd rather give it to the people, because even if I'm on content, even if I have the power to say whatever I want, I'd rather leave it to the people, because keep in mind, if you was to see this video right now and then, you know, keep in mind, when you're a creator, there might be a chance that somebody's watching, you don't know who it is. It could be an artist, it could be somebody that it's very known. Like, you just never know. Mostly the views, you can't see who actually sees you. It's just an account or a person behind the screen watching you at this moment. But I can't say anything about it. I'd rather leave it to the people. I'd rather leave it to the right person in order to judge him. But at the same time, who am I to judge, man? The only thing I can say is to fix yourself, and if he's still in that situation, to better yourself. That's it. I'm not gonna say to do this to yourself or to listen to this and that. You're a human being. You should know better. But wow. Now, I don't wanna keep stopping the video, but the thing is that if he was to get into meme coins and actually took advantage of the opportunity that he got in his hands, this man's career just maybe would have been further than what's the name? I mean, keep in mind, he already had a huge peak. Well, people call it peak. Like, he reached this mountain, but he had a huge momentum. That's what I call it. He had a huge momentum that he's pulling millions. But the thing is that even if let's just say if it's true that he was on a part that, well, according to what was being said, let's just say that, okay, he didn't have enough at this point, according to expenses and this and that. Okay, we understand it. But what if he took advantage of the opportunities that he had, or, you know, he received? Yeah. Like, if Steve actually gave him those opportunities to take advantage of it and, you know, do your best. Do your best in order to pay that money back if that was really about the deal, the contract, whatever it was. Take advantage of it and go crazy. Go, just go. But, wow.
Into the dummy coin, you will be selected to do a meet and greet here in Romania.
After which he was actually offered a lifeline. Tekashi 6ix9ine
Whoa.
has signed a new record deal for $6 million plus. It explained Tekashi is being paid $1 million for the album, which
Wow. And he's still getting deals like that? I don't know. I still don't know, but that's crazy.
will feature 10 songs, and he's going to make $250,000 for every concert of an upcoming tour. This
Wow.
results in Tekashi potentially pocketing over $6 million, all held under one main condition: he doesn't get arrested. Just 1
Oh.
month ago, 6ix9ine again went back to jail for violating parole terms on his initial main prison stint. In the process, he tested positive for meth twice, so despite being released after 45
Wow.
days, it seems 6ix9ine's life-saving record deal won't be going
Man, I can't say much, but to just better yourself, man. If he was to watch this video right now, I would say right now, the first thing I would say is God bless you. And that's all I can say, man. You're a human being. We all do mistakes, but fix yourself, man. That's all. Just fix yourself. Because if I had a huge audience, I can't judge the person. I'm not because people might think that just because you have a huge audience, you can just call out somebody or humiliate somebody. You can't do that, especially when you have a huge audience. You have to watch out for what you say. You can say the truth. You can be honest. You could actually, what's it called? You guys should be disciplined with yourself and say what's right and what's wrong, and show what's right and what's wrong when it comes to saying words like, okay, you knew about this. Like, you can have a normal conversation as adults, but you still have to be very, very careful though, because keep in mind, you have also somebody behind the screen watching your every move. How do you talk? How do you show yourself? How's your character? What you do? You still have to be careful, especially like you inspiring people to be like this. Show yourself like this. It's like you have to be very, very careful. But anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and as always, you already know it. Not know it. No, you already know. More BVSAP is out.